Well, I'm here today at Gossops Green Community Primary School, and I'm with Dawn Martin. Hello, Dawn, how are you? You are the head teacher of Gossops Green Community Primary School, and we are here today for the launch and opening of the new play area.
Yes.
People might think, well, you know, why is that such an event? Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, our school council have been terribly keen to have some large fixed play apparatus for a long time, and obviously with school budgets being the way they are, that hasn't been possible for us. However, we heard of a small school in Pulborough that was closing down, called Arendale School, and they were selling off all their assets, and we went down to see if there were things that we might be able to source, you know, at a good price. And they had this gorgeous play area that had cost them £12,000 only 1 year ago. And we said there's just no way we could afford it, but it was gorgeous and our children would love it. And they said, well, leave your name anyway, you never know. So we left our names and thought, well, you know, that's it, we'll never hear any more. And then a week before the end of the summer term, we had a phone call from the school business manager at Arendale saying that they hadn't found a buyer, and because of their charitable status, they would be willing to give it to us if we could manage to get it moved.
Wow.
So at that point I thought, right, I will contact the local building company who had foolishly said to me at one point, if there's anything we can do while we're working in the area.
Learn a lesson from that one.
And explain the scenario to them, and they said that their budget for July, for community work in July, was actually spent, but fantastic opportunity it was, and they would like to be involved. Could I leave it with them? Mm-hmm. Which I did, and they got back to me almost within the hour to say that they decided that they would fund the removal of the equipment from Arendale, and it must have taken them a good 3 to 4 days, maybe up to a week, to dig it out of Arendale, and then a good 2 weeks to site it here. So they've been fabulous. It's a huge community project.
And that's Apollo,
the Apollo group, and they've done it entirely free for the school. So basically we have a free play area, and our children are desperate to get to play on it.
It looks brilliant as well.
Isn't it?
My son does actually go to this school, so I'm really chuffed about that as well. And I know the kids have been pining for the cuts have been horrendous, haven't they? I mean, there's so much that's so needed here at the moment.
It is. We've got a 50-year-old building. It costs a lot to do things like keep the roof intact, and obviously we don't see the benefit of that inside the building. So it's been really nice to have something that we can actually see and use, and that the children will use. So.
It's one of the oldest schools in Crawley, is it?
I don't know if it's the oldest, but it's 1959 it was built, so it's of the era when they weren't built to last, and that's the problem.
Luckily enough people are. I went to this school. That's good. Lovely. Well, we love talking to you. Thank you very much speaking to us, Dawn.
Thank you.
And we look forward to the opening shortly.
Thank you.
May I just add, you've got the Lord Lieutenant here.
The Lord Lieutenant is the Queen's representative in West Sussex. We've got the Lord Lieutenant of West Sussex, we've got the Mayor of Crawley, and we've got Henry Smith, our MP, along with representatives from Arendale and from the Apollo group. So we're very well supported with a load of VIPs, and we're delighted that they've come to celebrate this big occasion with us.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm with Kay and Claire. Claire, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And Kay, nice to meet you too. Now, you are from the school that donated.
That's right.
This. Unfortunately, you had to close. Is that right, Kay?
Very sadly, yes. Arendale was a much smaller school than here. We only had about 90 pupils, and I'm afraid that the recession rather hit us badly. So we decided that we would like to do something for one of the other local schools, and my deputy head knew Dawn, and that was the connection. So we're really happy to see it going to a lovely school that will make good use of it.
Yeah, no, that's really very, very kind of you. And it looks great, doesn't it, Claire?
Oh, it looks absolutely fantastic, and I bet the children can't wait to get on there and play on it. So yeah, it's fantastic.
It's been up for ages. Every time they come past it, you can see them itching to get on.
Well, I know my guides can't wait.
We would like to thank you very, very much for donating it, though.
Absolute pleasure.
We really needed it, and it looks wonderful.
Oh, enjoy.
Thank you.
Years of happiness to come, I'm sure.
I'm now with Mayor Councillor Lee Burke. Hello, Lee. How are you again?
Fine, thank you. Yourself?
Lovely. Thank you very much for asking, as you always do. Bless you. Now, we're here to see the opening of this wonderful piece of equipment donated by a school that's unfortunately had to shut down.
Yep.
And how do you feel about this today?
I'm glad to be here, and it's wonderful that the school in Pulborough has donated this equipment. Like you said, it's very unfortunate that they had to close down due to falling pupil numbers, but to give this to Gossops Green School is a marvellous thing, and I'm sure the kids will love playing on it, and I'm delighted to be here today to accompany the Lord Lieutenant in the opening.
Yeah, Lord Lieutenant.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Very privileged.
I know. And of course you've had a little bit of a tour around from the kids. What did you think of that?
I think the place is huge. I didn't realise how big the place was. It is a lovely school. Very keep fit walking around it, I can see that. But,
It does indeed.
And there seem to be a great bunch of kids as well.
Yeah, well, my son goes here, that's why. No. But of course, being such an old school, unfortunately, it does take an awful lot of money to keep it up to keep, and with cuts lately. So something like this is really lovely, isn't it?
Well, it is, because, like you say, the school has got other things it needs to be spending its money on. So to get a donation of this equipment is superb for them. It really is.
Sure, lovely. Well, thank you very much for speaking to us, Lee, and we look forward to chatting to you again later.
Okay, cheers.
We're now here with our MP, Henry Smith. Lovely to see you
Nice
again,
to see you
Henry.
again too.
Lovely. Now, you have visited this school once before.
Yes, I have.
When we did the playground and you came down and supported us for that. Now you're here to help support the opening of this lovely little play area. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, it's fantastic, and it's really nice to be back here again, and it's great that there's new equipment for the school, and I've been really impressed, just been shown round by two young lads, and they have done a fantastic job showing me all the classrooms and what goes on, and I'm really impressed. So
You get a bit of a different perspective being
You
shown
do.
around by the young ones rather than the adults, don't you think?
Oh yeah, you hear all the interesting information. So it's been really fantastic visit this afternoon.
Lovely.
And it's always a pleasure to come back to Gossops Green and to visit the school. So it's nice to be back here and the sun's shining just about.
Yeah, lovely.
So we've got a really good day, and
everybody's breaking their neck on it.
Someone's going to. I'm sure those. I'm sure those adults aren't. I'm sure there's an age limit on those.
That, Alex?
Yeah.
Adults breaking their neck
And if you
on
ask
it.
me to go on there, I might take a rain check on that.
Right, back to us then. You were here before, as I said, and we've had some improvements to the school already.
Yeah, and
now
I've seen the new
they're
bike
only
sheds
little.
up there.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
only little, but don't they make a nice difference?
They do make a big difference, and it's often, the detail. If you get the detail right, then it really sort of creates a lot better atmosphere for the whole school. So the new bike sheds, the new play area, obviously this new equipment, it all adds to sort of a really nice environment, which is really important for kids and their educational environment.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'd obviously encourage, if touch wood, that it doesn't happen again, but if a school had to close down for whatever reason, you would also encourage them to donate their stuff to other schools in that instance?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really good of the school. It's unfortunate the school in question closed down, but it's really good of them to have donated their equipment so it hasn't been wasted, so that other young people can take advantage of it. But I certainly don't think there's any threat to Gossops Green Primary School. It's going from strength to strength. So it's great to see everyone here today, and everyone's having a really good time and enjoying themselves.
Yeah, we're doing really well. But I'd love to thank you
No, it's
for
my
coming
pleasure.
down,
Anytime,
Henry.
Shelley.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
And just want to say very, very quickly, nothing terribly formal in terms of a speech, but this play park is a bit of a miracle for us. It felt like Christmas and birthdays and everything all together, and we'd like to say an enormous thank you to these people gathered here who've made it possible. We've got Kay here from Arendale School who kindly donated the equipment to the school. We've got representatives from Apollo Group who went and dug it out of Arendale and brought it here and spent most of the summer holidays putting it in place for us. And it's just absolutely fabulous. I know that the children who've been in the school council have been asking for play equipment for as long as I've been here, and it's just so brilliant to actually have some now. So huge thank you to everybody. I'd now like to call on the Lord Lieutenant of West Sussex to formally open the play park.
Thank you, and I shall be delighted to do that in a moment. First of all, thank you very much, all of you, for showing me your school, particularly Samina, Zena and Trinity, who are all here somewhere. But I think you've got a lovely school, and this play equipment and this play area will just make it even more special, won't it? So thank you everybody, thank you Arendale, thank you to the construction people. And it gives me great pleasure, as the Queen would say, because it's she that I'm representing. It gives me great pleasure to open your play.
Before you cut the ribbon, can I just get all the children to hold
Of
the
course.
ribbon, please?
Yes.
And just squeeze up, go on, squeeze right in, nice and close.
So we need to leave a little
And the grown-up.
Just leave a little space there.
And the grown-up. Squeeze in. Okay.
Left side forward.
If you can all look up, squeeze in at the end there.
No, I can only do this once.
Can you all look, before you cut it, can you all look up at me, please? Big smiles. Superb. Okay, whenever you're ready.
This way as well, please. So the play area is now open.
Now with Lord Lieutenant. Lovely to meet you, Madam. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Now,
It's a pleasure to be here.
thank you
Really
very
is.
much.
Very
Now,
happy day.
You're here actually representing the Queen almost, is that correct?
That's right. The Lord Lieutenant in a county is appointed by Her Majesty the Queen to represent the Queen, because obviously she can't be in all places at once.
No.
And so if there is something going on in West Sussex that the Queen would be really interested to come to but sadly can't, or another member of the royal family, then I stand in for her.
Wow.
So that's what I'm doing here today, is really to come and tell all the children that this is the sort of thing that the Queen is really pleased and happy to see.
That's quite humbling. And we're quite honoured, to be honest.
And I do feed back to her. People ask me, do you ever get an opportunity to tell her what you're doing? And the answer is yes, I do. So she will have a list of all the things that I'm doing. So somewhere in Buckingham Palace, the Queen knows what we're doing down here.
That's quite nice to know. And what's your stance on this? Obviously, this is such a good news story.
Oh, this is really, and at a time when, frankly, there's an awful lot of bad news stories about, aren't there? And we hear bad things about children, education, young people, councils, and here we are with really an afternoon that we need to shout about.
Yeah.
We really need to get coverage in the media on this.
Yeah.
So thank you for interviewing me.
No, thank you. We only report the good stuff.
My stance on this is that I've been shown around the school by the children, and I am so impressed. Wish I had been here before, and will I hope come back many times. I'm Lord Lieutenant till I'm 75, by the way, so I should get the opportunity.
Wow.
But this is very unfortunate that one school had to close.
It is.
But what a wonderful gesture, what a wonderful gift to give it to Gossops Green.
Yeah, no, very. I mean, we're honoured. I know you know that my son goes to this school,
yes.
so for me, which is fab. But yeah, I mean, it's fantastic that the school thought of others in their time of need, bless them, which is quite lovely. But we would love to thank you very much for coming here today.
Thank you.
Thank you
it's
for talking
a real
to
pleasure,
us.
and I shall be back, I'm sure.
Thank you. Do look at our website.
I shall. Goodbye.
I'm now here with Tim Skiggs, and he is the project manager for Apollo. Hello, how are you doing, Tim? You're right? Very well, thank you. Now, you took it down from the old school and brought it here. You did that all out of the kindness of your own heart and free of charge?
Yeah, indeed. We knew the school needed the play equipment. It was on offer. We actually approached the school, asked, because we've done some other project work for them, and yeah, we did it completely free. Enjoyed doing it. I've got 2 children that come to the school as well, so they're going to benefit, and it's worked out really well.
You did a fantastic job, I have to say. It's really quite lovely, very well set out, looks very sturdy. You say you've got 2 children that are going to be coming to this school?
They're actually at the school now.
Oh, I wonder. I got one as well.
Oh, do you?
We have something in common. Right, you also do other little projects as well. I met your other gentleman in town a short while back.
That's right, yeah.
They did you do some fantastic stuff with children. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, we set up little things that we can. We had the little drawing area there because it was for the local community, and we always get involved with the local communities. It's very important to us that we're out and about with people, and it's something that everybody enjoys. It gives us a bit of a break as well from the day-to-day stuff that we do. So it is nice.
Yeah, the hard work. It's nice to have a bit of play as well.
Yes, it is indeed. It's great.
All work and no play makes Tim a dull boy.
Very true.
So every little helps, doesn't it?
It does, and we'll keep trying to keep involved with the school as well. We've done a safety talk here, which was beneficial for the kids as well, and they've done some drawings, and they got prizes, so that was good.
Yeah, no, it was lovely. My son got a really very nice little pencil set.
Oh yeah,
really
yeah,
lovely.
no, they were good.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much once again, though, Tim.
Thanks a lot.
you.
Okay.